Hello there. We've had a real west-east divide with the weather in Europe in recent days. Not much change for Sunday, but signs of improvement, particularly where it's been quite unsettled. Now, you can see on the satellite picture where most of the weather action is, through Spain, through France, and gradually pushing towards the UK. An area of low pressure will continue to move its way steadily northwards during Monday, bringing some heavy rain, cold northerly wind as well. And that's going to move across the UK, the Low Countries, into Scandinavia. By contrast, it's glorious across much of Eastern Europe. Not just the Mediterranean. Some of this warmth is extending as far north as Poland, but high 20s yet again. Lovely across much of Italy, then towards the Pyrenees, into Spain and Portugal. It's still pretty unsettled. And then we've got that really heavy rain and cold, strong gale force gusts of winds across the UK and into southern Scandinavia. So it's not looking particularly pleasant, but Tuesday we'll slowly start to see an improvement. The rain eases away. We'll start to see the cloud breaking up. And as I say, things will get a little bit better. The exception perhaps across the Balearics and over towards Corsica and Sardinia, where we're likely to see some more unsettled weather moving out of Africa. But London, Paris warming up as we get towards the end of the week. The same too with Madrid. And it looks as though that sunshine and that heat will continue across Athens for most of the week. Enjoy. Hello there. It's a quiet weather story in North America. It's not very often I get a chance to say that. The talking point has been the warmth across parts of British Columbia, Alberta, northern central plains down into the Rockies, and that has brought a very rapid snowmelt. So it has brought some localised flooding, causing some issues. Now there's some showery outbreak of rain into the northwest, but a dominant area of high pressure really further east, and that's driving up these southerly winds, which are bringing these temperatures. And in fact, parts of Denver, Colorado, high 20s over the last couple of days. It looks as though it's going to be a similar story. Now, if we take a look at Sunday in a little more detail, you can see there's quite a lot of cloud across British Columbia, but those temperatures are pretty mild, really, as you can see. So we're looking at around 50 degrees plus, that's into about 12, 13 degrees in terms of Celsius. And the story over the next few days, 60 degrees in Seattle with some rain. Cloudy conditions perhaps into Tuesday. Now across that east coast we've got some outbreaks of showery rain clearing away, but then behind it there's that area of high pressure, so a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. We're looking at mid 60s, that's around the mid teens in terms of Celsius, but further south into Florida, high 80s not out of the question. In fact, we keep the sunshine in Florida over the next few days. New York will warm up considerably as well. Hello there. A forecast for the Caribbean coming up shortly, but let's start off with South America. If we take a look at the satellite picture, most of the weather action, as you can see, across the Amazon basin, and also some showery outbreaks of rain into northern Argentina. Sandwiched between the two, the heat is set to build across parts of Paraguay, southern and central Brazil. The heaviest of the rain a little bit further north. In fact, there is the potential for some localised flooding across parts of Venezuela, Colombia, and also into Ecuador. The drier, settled weather, as I say, across central and southern areas of Brazil. We will start to pick up a little more cloud, perhaps down into Uruguay, and some outbreaks of showery rain into northern Argentina. Southern Chile, cloudy but quite quiet in comparison to recent days where it has been pretty unsettled. The story then not changing that much. We will start to see those temperatures peaking at 30 degrees plus in Rio de Janeiro as that warmth set to stay all week. Now, we've got a few scattered showers through Mexico and Central America, but not as intense as they have been. Remnants of a decaying frontal system producing some showers, perhaps across parts of Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, but these should be quite fleeting and they'll start to fade away over the next few days. So it's actually a decent forecast, as you can see, largely dry, settled and sunny, and those temperatures still peaking in some places into the low 30s. Hello there. A forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly, but let's start off across Asia, where you can see quite clearly on the satellite picture most of the shower cloud across Malaysia and Indonesia. Further north of that, some pretty intense rainfall across northern Thailand and into Vietnam. That's the heaviest of the rain. There's also some sharp showers across central and southern China. To the north, it's largely fine. Quite cloudy conditions through Japan and the Korean Peninsula. The best of the sunshine into China, but Don't forget the bright and vibrant colours denoting the intensity of the shower. So you can see some of them really do mean business across southern China. Heaviest of the rain likely across Thailand, and certainly the showers easing after a pretty stormy spell in Java. The outlook for the next few days show the showers continuing really, but the sunshine stays in Beijing with temperatures into the mid-20s. Now, an area of high pressure sitting across Australia, quite a lot of quiet weather at the moment. The winds will start to come from the interior over the next few days, the heat set to build, but the talking point really is across New Zealand. It has been miserable just recently with heavy rain, gales, power outages across Auckland, and it looks as though it's going to stay pretty unsettled even into Monday. But a glimmer of good news as things look likely to improve over the next few days, drier, settled with more sunshine starting to come through. Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather forecast then for South Asia, and things remain fairly quiet. A scattering of shower clouds on the satellite picture being picked up, but the most extensive rain is likely to continue across Bangladesh, some of that really quite intense, and at this time of year we can't rule out the possibility of some tornadic activity. Also some showers just perhaps plaguing the Maldives and maybe southern fringes of Sri Lanka over the next few days, but it's still the warmth up into the north and west that's the feature to the weather here, with temperatures in excess of 40 degrees plus. So that is getting quite extreme now. There's a tail end of a weather front all the way really from Kazakhstan to Turkmenistan, producing cloud and a few scattered showers. Also be a little bit of fair weather cloud perhaps across Afghanistan-Pakistan border. But really it is the heat here that's the feature up into the far northwest. A scattering of showers, as you can see, a little bit further south. Not too bad across Sri Lanka through Monday afternoon. And then up into northeastern states towards Bangladesh. Don't forget the brighter colours, the greens, the darker blues, the intensity of those showers likely to continue into Bangladesh. So Mumbai will keep the sunshine and the heat over the next few days. Colombo still run the risk of a few scattered showers. Elsewhere, it looks likely that we will continue to see a good deal of dry, sunny weather in the offing and still getting quite hot indeed. Hello there. Seasonal rains across East Africa have been a little more intense recently, and across Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, we've seen some recent flooding. So you can see those shower clouds on the satellite picture. Just want to point out though, across Algeria, there's a little area of low pressure which will bring some showery outbreaks of rain that will gradually move towards Corsica and Sardinia over the next few days. But you can also see the heaviest of the rain across Somalia, as I say, Kenya, and perhaps into northern Tanzania as well. We'll continue to see some intense thundery downpours, and that could cause further localised flooding. The city forecasts then show a good deal of dry weather into Cape Town after that recent heavy rain. It's business as usual. In fact, temperatures will peak at 27 degrees by Friday. Elsewhere, it looks as though we'll start to see that rain easing in Casablanca, an improving picture, but temperatures still a little more subdued. Khartoum, however, seeing those temperatures into the mid-40s, and that's because there's a good deal of dry weather generally through Egypt. We will pick up a few showers through East Turkey and perhaps into northern areas of Syria, but further south of that it's fine and settled. The winds across Saudi a little bit lighter than they were just a few days ago. We will continue to pick up some sharp showers across northern Iraq, stretching up into Georgia as well. So our city forecasts show a good deal of dry weather in the story, as you can see quite clearly. In fact, temperatures in Muscat will peak into the mid to high 30s.